just wanted to, well, okay, so the video that I made yesterday, for some reason it's not uploading. I don't know anything about technology, so I just remaking another one. I have my daughter with me in the background, so if she interrupts us, which she will because that's what she does, I apologize. So, good hero. So this week, really nothing too extravagant to report back. I've just been making it a point to really create a nice engagement. I want her to check in with me and find value in paying attention to me and being aware of where I am, because she is a little bit more of a skittish dog. At least here's this a lot to take in, and definitely a very high anxiety type environment. So when I first started working with her, she was kind of just moving really far ahead of me and wanting to just get from point A to point B as quickly as possible, and didn't have a lot of regards to where I was. So good. I've been rewarding eye contact or turning with me without needing leash assistance, anything like that. I wanted, again, to put a lot of value on me as her handler and kind of take her mind away from everything happening in her environment, just to help with her confidence, and then of course to build a nice engagement. So what we've been doing initially is, hey, I'm making a video, watch that for now, is establishing a proper response to a marker system. So a marker is just a cue or a sound that marks a specific moment in time that I like something, and for her that's going to announce the arrival of food. So every time she hears this marker, I present food. So that way when she's doing a behavior that I like and I mark it, because it presents food, that behavior then takes on the good feeling of food. So it's going to be something that I use to shape the behaviors that I want. And like I said, right now, that's really about building engagement. Also teaching her how to respond to leash pressure. She's doing a lot of dragging and just trying to get away from things that she doesn't like. So anything where I can move her into the leash pressure and move towards me or away from pulling and things like that. June, yep. So the markers that I'm using are going to be yes, good, and okay, and then eventually at some point we'll get to the word no. I'm not really worried about that just yet because I want to make sure she knows what I'm asking before I tell her she can't do something. Yes is going to be, I like what you did, come get food from me. So I'm using that more to build enthusiasm and behavior. Every time she hears the word yes, or a lot of times I'll say yep, that's followed with food, and I want her to stop what she's doing and run back to me to get something from me. Good and okay are going to be something that I've started using to build duration and behavior. So if I lure her, if I lure her into a position, good, I'll use the word good, treat as a repetition to build up, to reward her for being in behavior, good. And I'm really, honestly, I'm waiting for her to look up at me and give me attention, good, but she's doing great already, good. And then okay means she can come out of behavior. So when I say good, I'm bringing the reinforcement to her, good, bringing the reinforcement to her. And then when I say okay, I'm letting her come up out of behavior. Right now, because I'm trying to create that association, I'm feeding her every single time she hears those words, but at some point it'll be more of a neutral reward, just good, I like what you did though, or okay, you can be done with that. And it's not necessarily meaning that she's going to get something like a food reward for those things. Honey, June, yep. Girl. How I pay her also is a big deal. Instead of just smashing food into her face, I'm letting her chase my hand, adding a little bit of movement, maybe some misses. Just to kind of build a little bit of excitement in it. I want her to be enthusiastic about it, and I'll use that at some point to work on leash reactivity, helping her with confidence issues. She's really good with my dog. She hasn't cared about her being here, and she hasn't been weird about it or anything like that. She's a little weird with like me moving into her sometimes. So I've just been trying to give her space. Good girl. When she first got here, because she was so unimpressed with me and wanting to just kind of create her own space, instead of forcing myself on her and trying to allow her to pet her and things like that, I just moved around and had her follow me, and almost kind of ignored her I want her to crave my attention a little bit instead of me trying really hard to get her go girl, to get her affection. I found that the playing hard to get tactic sometimes is beneficial with dogs that are a little bit invested in things happening around them. She's a little bit worried about everything going on around her. So I want her to enjoy following me around, and I don't want it to be something that I force on her. So nothing too exciting to relay back just yet. June, yep. Just wanted to give you a little video. Oh no, I dropped it, so that you could see her and see she's doing well, she's happy, she's eating all her food. She's in and out of groups. Sometimes she is getting, she's not a fan of like high energy dogs, so we've been pulling her early from groups when she starts to get a little agitated, so, which is fine. I prefer that sometimes, that way they're not too tired for training, and then she's not getting over exhausted with a group play or anything like that. All right,